Tēnā tātou te wānau, nau mai hoki mai ki tētahi kiri a tā hau. Welcome back to a new video on the YouTube channel. Te wana nei rā te mihi kia koutou. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I know I'm pretty late on the Schedule 1 videos and uploading this game. Like the hype is somewhat past, the craze is somewhat past, but everyone is waiting for the new updates to come through. But I thought because I'm on the grind, if you will, to get the $10 million achievement that you can unlock, which is essentially what in-game type stuff at the moment. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna upload a video and show you my current setup and what I've got going on for my current cocaine setup in Schedule 1. And I'm gonna try and share a tip, a daisy chain type of tip. If you've got like a grow house, it's more towards like growing and having botanas and having one handler to manage and set routes for like 6 different supply racks, so that your supply racks for the botanas doesn't get messed up. And it might apply more just to cocaine and how I have it set up, but it might give you a good idea on how you can daisy chain very efficiently without messing up any of the order. And I'll tell you that in a little bit. But no, mate, this is my current setup at the moment. I have recently transitioned from a seed to end product setup in the barn from weed, and then I kind of use all that information and what I've learned from that, and I've transitioned straight to cocaine. I skipped meth, like all of it by itself, and now I currently have 2 grow houses, 1 cook house, and that's basically how I'm operating at the moment. So I'm at the stage where everything's kind of flowing. I'm pretty happy, but as we go on, I'm trying to refine it, how to make it more efficient, how to make it more optimal, from pretty much seed to leaves and to the end product. So basically this is my cocaine setup. I made this the cook house. So I start here. I'm just basically going to show you the routine that I'm currently doing in terms of trying to grow my money a little bit more. I've started to finally notice a bit more growth in my money. I got 400 in the bank and 400 in my pockets at the moment. And yeah, hopefully you can learn something, or let me know in the comments below on how I could maybe fine tune it or improve my current setup. But I basically got 6 storage racks full of leaves. That's 4. Everything's optimized or automated in here. Sorry, not optimized, but I've automated basically everything in here. The only things that I need to do in here manually are pretty much replenish the 2nd storage racks for my 8 mixing stages in here too. So cocaine, I got an 8 mix strain pretty much. I send them through 8 machines, 8 ingredients, and then I can either brick or do baggies, because I figured my plan originally before transitioning to the cocaine was to basically just make bricks on bricks on bricks, and then give it to my dealers so they can make me the monies, and then that'll give me time back to basically try and refine and set up like maybe other smaller or bigger operations, say if we wanted to do meth or something like that. But basically I'm just gonna go to sleep, and then I'll show you how I pretty much my routine, my day cycle routine in the game at this current time. But yeah, we got leaves here, 6 racks full of leaves, and then we have 6 cauldrons, and then that goes to 6 ovens, and then we got 8 mixing machines. And I have 2 storage racks per mixing machine as well. And basically I got a handler that picks it off from the supply rack, from the rack to the machine, and then the handler also replenishes the supply rack to the machine as well. So at the end of the day, I'll basically end up with the extra rack that'll be completely empty, and then 1 stack on the supply rack that feeds all these mixing machines right here to one. So that's what it will end up like, and then I'll come back at the end of the night and then replenish everything up, ready for the next day cycle. So yeah, I got 2 racks per machine, which is good. maybe a tip, or this is like a 5N GTARP thing that we've kind of brought in to this game, and it's mainly for storages. Thank God that you got loading docks here so you can do deliveries, so that makes it a bit easier. But also for extra storage, I've managed to squeeze in some extra Vipers or vans in here because it's got some great storage in here. And basically, just extra storage for all the ingredients that I need for my mixing machine. So, got motor oil in here, para, and they just literally stay here just so I can basically order from the app. Boom, 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 send it to the dock, and then they'll come up in these vans, and then I can either just throw them straight in here, or as the day goes on and I have time, I can replenish all of these extra storages here, you know, and just kind of cut down the waiting time. But the reason why I have bricks is for the dealers, obviously, and then I also have a bagging area, just because I thought, just to make it a bit quicker, to hit that achievement, the 10 million achievement, I thought, you know, it'd be better if I do some selling as well. So there's no rest for the wicked. So I got some vans in here, and also on this side here. So I have 8 ingredients for luck, right? Basically have a van for each of those ingredients, and then got beans here, horse semen, and this extra storage is here. I think this is just for like extra things, like if this is already full and then I have extra batteries, I just throw them up in here and try not to mix them up. I think I just have kook in here. So I have kook twice in my 8 mixing stages. So I usually buy order in a whole van of kook in it just because it's so much to replenish. And then if I'm on top of everything, I basically just do half and half in the deliveries as well, because you don't want to like waste money on the opens, because it's $200 per delivery fee, and if you're just ordering half vans, like you're paying 200, so you might as well fill up the van with like half and half. Sometimes if all the gas is down, gas is usually in this storage here. I usually just buy a whole van of it, and over the day you can just do multiple deliveries and whatnot. But the goal is basically not to hit 4 AM and spend like time waiting for the vans to pull up. So if I'm on top of things, I can do it, replenish the extra van storages, and you know, do it while I'm here, while I'm not doing much, or just taking replying to messages for the deals. And I didn't want to go sleep on this one here. Everything's set up, and I'll also show you my 2 grow houses as well. Oh, we should probably pay these hools, eh? Just so we don't forget it to hunt it. Alright, we're gonna dip under 400k in the pockets. Engari, get the pointera. But hopefully everyone's having a good day today. In Aotearoa Te Wana, it is autumn currently, and it's winter is approaching, and we can feel it every morning here in the Waikato region. It is pretty makariri te wana. If you don't know what makariri is, it's the te reo Māori word for cold. So makariri, wena tētahi kupu hau mā koutou katoa. And I think we're currently doing about 9 bricks a day, I believe. I'm going to try and monitor that. Actually, we'll try and remember to see. So that's completely empty. I currently have... Yep. I've set the last mixing machine, so once the last stage is done on mixing, I send it straight to brick, and then if I need bags, I'll send it from here to the bagging station, and they both have handlers assigned to them, and then also got a handler replacing the baggies for this table as well. But I don't really need to do too much, like this is more than enough as I do my deals. Alright, let's go to Moi and stop yapping. Oh, where? There we go. I think another one is I think if you're about to jump off and yeah, you've done all your drug dealings and you've done all of that stuff. Hey, there's a few people that I missed. That's right, because I was too busy doing something else. It's best to kind of sleep, get the XP for everything that you've done that day, and then save and then leave the game, because I've done it a few times where I've done the deals. It's 4 AM, so everything's stopped, right? He can. Is that more? Oh, that's open. Yeah, I missed some deals that I before. So when everything stopped at the curfew time, basically, like if you log out before sleeping and you wake up and then you start the new day, you don't get that XP for some reason. So it's good to do everything that you need to do and then sleep first, then save the game, then log out. I just recommend it if you're doing that. Other than that, if you're not after XP, it's all good. If you are after XP, which we pretty much maxed, I think, the XP, it's still going up obviously, but I'm not too sure if it goes beyond Kingpin. Let me know in the comments if it does. Okay, and then yeah, I pretty much just sort these out, try and stay on top of things. This one is actually for outside here. But let me know, I don't know, what do you guys reckon about the extra storages here? It's kind of like a thing that, that us people who play GTA RP in those role player servers, it's like normal to store your valuables, your goods in storages, but obviously you wouldn't leave them out, otherwise they could get stolen in the game itself, so just be careful of that in RP. But obviously in here it's just me, myself and I doing God's work, obviously, to honor we are we. And the reason why I also have these storages as well is because so we can so we don't have to leave them in the delivery vans here, because that leaves room or opens room for us to deliver more as we go, you know, so we're not kind of wasting time leaving it in there, so everything's good. The reason why I have 2 grow houses as well is because in the beginning, but it's slowly building up now, in the beginning I was struggling to get everything flowing, and what I mean by that is having enough leaf to go into the cauldrons. Like there were parts where the cauldrons weren't cooking anything, and then that'll transition to these ovens over here, which were well, they didn't have product because I didn't have enough leaf at the time. But now I want to get to a point, and I'm nearly there. I feel like I'm nearly there, where there's always something cooking, there's always something in the ovens, there's always something in the mixing machines. We want product on these benches all the time. Talking about the cocaine here, and so forth, so on. We want things bricking, we want things bagged and ready to be shipped for the dealers, and then I have bags for myself, so forth, so on. I don't know why I bought this Kaitano. One time I was bored, so I was like, you know, I'll just go buy a car and see what it's like really. But so that's the cookhouse. My main grow house will go over there. We currently do have all the businesses unlocked as well, or we've purchased them, so we can also earn the money as we go too. I usually like stopping and then make sure that we always got some money cleaning. But at the barn, I transitioned this from a full seed to product weed setup, but I've transitioned this into a coca leaf grow house now. So I currently have 6 botanas. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here come on. Yeah, 6 botanas, 2 handlers, and 2 cleaners, so 10 all up. And when I began in the grow house, actually, because we wanted that heavenly quality product pretty much, because I hadn't dabbled in it too much in the drying process of weed and whatnot, I found out on stream that you can put, or you need 3 pots per drying rack. And when I started this operation in here, I had 1 rack per pot. So that kind of freed up space for the setup in here, and it was really good too, because basically if you're playing schedule 1, you want the pathing of the NPCs slash workers, handlers, botanists, chemists, whatever it be, you want them to like walk as straight like in straight lines as much as you can, because the NPCs hate to zigzag around things, because then you run into problems where they essentially just stop working and sleep. So they'll get stuck in an area because either the pathing is pretty janky and messed up, or like there's too many things close to their pot. Like I had a storage here once and it worked for a bit, but then after a little while I noticed that the botanist was stuck here, and the moment I moved it she started working again. So I've been trying to do my setups and give them a lot of space to walk, clear pathways, and it's essentially pretty straight. And that's why I've got all these supply racks at the back here. And then I try to keep a bit of room in between each of these racks, supply racks and stuff like that. But this is my current grow house. This is the main one. And I set up a second one in the bungalow, but I think I won't need the bungalow after a few more day cycles. I think this might be able to feed the current operation as it is from here to the dock warehouse, which is the cook station. But yeah, so I've got one drone rack per pot plant, which is good. All three of the botanists on this side, so all the plants is looking after these, are using one supply rack. And this is where the daisy chain system comes into effect here to Wano. So 3 botanists, we got 6 storage racks here, and all 3 of those botanists only take from 1. So if we go from left to right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first 3 are set up like this. So we got 2 soil, 3 fert, and 3 seed. And then we got, repeat 3 times in the front. And then the last 3, so rack number 4. Oh, sorry. Do your thing, Brody. We got seeds all in one. We got fertilizer all in one. And then we have soil all in one. And this is the daisy chain. So you need 1 handler, 6 racks. And this is the daisy chain that I'll show you pretty much right now. But basically, before you kind of maybe take it on, these might look a little bit different for you guys, but this is like a great system for myself for the coca leaves, but it'll work for the weed as well. Yeah, so the front one is the supply rack, and everything else just replenishes itself into one. So obviously if you look at your handler, he has 5 routes, so he's not assigned to any stations. All you need are his routes. So basically you set up what you need on the supply to replenish these ones on the front here. And how it works, basically, hopefully these guys ain't in the way too much. How you want to do your routes, right? So the first route, down to 5. So you want to do number 4 rack. You want to feed this into number 3 rack. Then you want to do number 5 rack into the 3rd rack again. Then you want to do number 6 rack into the 3rd rack again. So that's 3 routes right there. And then after that, you want to go 3 to 2. And then the last route, you want to go 2 to 1, which is the supply. And all 3 of these planters on this side will grab all the ingredients and what they need, fertilizer, seed, from this front one here. And basically, why we have 3 racks that are the same, so 1, 2, 3 are all the same setup, fert, soil and seed. And the reason for that is so the handler doesn't take too much from one of the 2 or 3 racks and mess up our order, which is like this, because it's very important that the soil, the fertilizer and the seeds are set up like this, so it doesn't mess up the whole process for them. So it's kind of like a safety net for the supply rack. And basically, yeah, so he can't really miss, because we don't want him to use all of the soil too quickly, like all the planters, and then next minute he's going to grab a fert, and then there's going to be, there's going to be like 4 fertilizers in here, and that's going to mess up a lot of the process for the planters. But that's the daisy chain right there, Tuanu. Real quickly, I'll show you on this side. It's the same setup. We've got 3 botanists. They're looking after 6 pot plants themselves, and then 3 pot plants per drone rack, give you that heavenly quality. So from right to left, you got rack 1, rack 2, rack 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. And the daisy chain for one handler, he will look and manage this. Look at his routes. Obviously, you have 5 routes that you can use on here. And what you want to do to set this up is go from number 4 to number 3. Then you want number 5 to number 3 again. Then you want number 6 rack to number 3 rack again. So that's 3 routes so far. And then the 4th one, you want to go from number 3 to number 2. And then the last route, number 5, you want to go number 2 to number 1. So it's kind of like working backwards, back to front, pretty much is how you're working on here. And the reason why we have 3 storages the same is so that it's a bit of a safety net. So we got soil, we got 2 soil, 3 fert, 3 seed here. And the reason why we have 2 others that are set up exactly the same is so the handler, or if for whatever reason the planters use all of the fert, or the soil, the handler, if he was doing it straight from fertilizer straight to the supply rack here, the first one, is then he might place an extra fertilizer in here. So the extra racks behind it, which are exactly the same, is like a safety net, so you can't mess up the order in there, if that makes completely sense. And that's basically how you use the daisy chain. 6 supply racks, 1 handler, and this mainly just kind of refers to planting as well. I'm not too sure how you would use this daisy chain effect on like a mixing machine for ingredients and stuff like that, but this is a great setup for that. But Mickey, hopefully that's pretty easy for you guys to understand, and let me know in the comments if you guys kind of use that method. Let me see, or let me know in the comments if it works for you or how you can improve it and whatnot. But Koine Taku Grow House, this is where we grow all the leaf. And at the end of the day, once the 4 AM curfew hits, we come here, we take all the leaves to the cookhouse, and then we replenish everything at the cookhouse, and then we pretty much do the same routine. But yeah, this is the grow house right here, Tawana. I got a van here. Obviously, it's in green, so we can transport all of those nice leaves all the way to the docks. So we can either go behind this diner here on the right, or we could quickly do these ones. No! Alright, we're on a chase, don't worry about it. Okay. Alright, time to do some routes. I don't know why it does that, I hate it. Alright, hit left here. We're gonna hit, oh no, you see me. I'm gonna hit right, then we're gonna hit a left here. On this pathway, another left. And then it's kind of like a slight right. Oh! Oh, I don't know what I hit there. And then we want to go left here. I think we could lose them here. You want to hit a quick right on this path here. Oh no, you see me again. Right down this path. Boom. It's actually easier to lose cops on your skateboard. You can take like routes way easier. Boom. This is the route that I take for oh my god. Oh no. You tried to tase me out of the car. That's wild. We're gonna leave this at the bungalow and we'll just jump on foot. He's fled on foot. He's fled on foot. Oh no. That's so much easier getting away from cops on here. Get a bit of XP from, you know, losing cops as well if you don't know to on it. You just want to keep it moving. Oh. Cheeky one here. Can't do this. Oh! Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do the cheesy thing and just go on the edges of the map. But that was not planned. Cheeky routes on the car though, if you want to take some routes. This bloody what? Oh no, that's a dealer. What up, bro? Alright, so this is my bungalow setup, and the only reason why I set up an extra grow house is because I was struggling in the beginning when doing cocaine to feed enough leaves. But I got 2 botanicals. Oh, 3. There should be 3 here. I don't know where the other one is. 1 cleaner and 1 handler, which is perfect for a grow house as well. And so basically, you got all the pot plants. Oh no, look, he's doing mahi. Oh, I thought it was curfew, that's right. God damn. Ah, he's doing mahi. It's one, don't worry about it. disregard everything that I've said in this video to one. Oh, wait. Okay. So what did I say? 3 botanas, 1 handler, 1 cleaner. This room's great. It's like the perfect grow because you only need 1 cleaner, and this spot right here on the trash can covers everything, so it's nice. So we got that. All 3 botanas use this rack. We'll call this rack number 1 as their supply rack. So they grab the soil, fertilizer, and also the seed from here as well. And we got the daisy chain set up on this as well. So 1 handler manages all of these. And how it works again, one more time. Obviously, when you look at your handler, you have 5 routes, okay? So we got 6 racks here. This is the supply one, number 1 rack. And we got 2 other racks that are set up exactly the same. 2 soil, 3 fert, 3 seed. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So, yeah, so you got 5 routes from your handler, and you have 6 racks, okay? Number 1 rack will go from right to left is 1 all the way to 6. So this is the supply rack. The 3 planters will get all the ingredients from there. And so how you want to route it is route number 1 is you want to go from rack number 1, 2, 3, 4 to 3. Second route, you want to go 5 to 3 again. Route number 3, you want 6 to 3 again. And then you got 2 more routes left, right? We'll have 2 more. So, and then the last 2 you want 3 to 2. And the 5th route you want 2 to 1. So we're kind of working back to front, if that makes sense. And basically why we have 3 of the racks set up the same is so this is very important, how you need 2 soil, 3 fertilizer, 3 seed. Mainly because we've got 3 people taking from it. The reason why that these 2 extra storages set up the same is so this order doesn't get messed up. So we want 2, 3, 3, right? And then this rack right here is feeding this, and the 3rd rack is feeding number 2, 2, 1, and so forth, so on. So it should keep everything in order, which is very, very important. And then the last 2 racks are literally seed, earth, boom, and soil again. And the cool thing about this daisy chain setup is all I need to manage or all I need to replenish are the last 3 racks here. So I just literally need to come here, see how many seeds it needs, replenish it, see how many fert that needs, replenish it. Obviously, look, I got some here. And I'll just literally replenish it like that. Same with the soil, same with the seed as well. And that's all I need to watch, that's all I need to manage. Everything else is automated for this little setup here. Same thing, you just use the deliveries to deliver stuff in, and it's quite easy. And basically it goes from pot to the racks. Again, 3 pot plants per drone rack, and then it goes from the racks to these storages right here. And then this is the leaf that we need. Then I'll come back here, grab as many that are ready. I tried to just take 20s, which is all good. I have a van here just in case. Look, see if there's an extra storage as well. And then I'll carry on. Yeah, but I'll usually come to this barn first and then to the bungalow for some extra leaf. Ooh. I've got a peek for it, didn't it? Start filling this up. Let me just put my skateboard in it. And then I just have to take from the storage racks with all the heavenly quality leafer. I did kind of go on side quest in terms of my routine on the game. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you very much. If there's like not a complete stack, I'll usually just leave it there. It should be good. It shouldn't like stop anything or take up too much room. So we've got a good stack in here. And then I'll use the van, use the car there to take to the warehouse. So yeah, use that daisy chain system. That's an awesome system there. Shout out to the bro Yuffie for assisting me in that. because it can help minimize or like free up space for like more workers that you need, as opposed to like another like if you need another botanist or another chemist or something like that. When it comes to planting too, planting especially, but anything else you might need I don't think it will work as efficiently as that. And then we put all the leaf onto these storages here, and then the handlers basically put it into the cauldrons and so forth so on. And then after that, I would grab some these and then fulfill the order, go do the deals, and then at the end of the day, this is what the racks would look like. So that extra one's completely gone, and usually, don't know right here, usually a stack of this would be on from the supply rack. We'll check the other one. Yeah, it'll look also like this. So the extra storage is on the left, and then the handlers take from the right storages and put them onto the machines. See, it'll typically look like this. Except this one, left rack to the machine, that usually goes there. That's the... And then, after I do all the drug deals in that, I'll just replace it. Yeah. So, damn, I left my skateboard and oh wait, here we go. Left my skateboard. Oh no, it's here, eh? No, I left it at the bloody barn. Oh wait. Got these bloody wires stuck in my head, eh? Look, and you know what I mean? Like, I think I might only need the barn now. Now that these are full, I've gotten it to a stage. So these are completely full. The cauldron's got leaf in it as well, as we can see, which is like 4 stacks. So I've gotten it to a good place. And these product ready to go everywhere. You got paste, you got cooked cocaine, and then these cocaine and mixed cocaine on all of these benches here. Currently bricking at the moment. At the end of the day, we've got 9 bricks, so we're producing 9 bricks a day, which is quite a bit if you were to put them into baggies and that. And then once we get a nice supply, we just send it to the dealers. George. Alright, this gives us an opportunity to hit taco ticklers right here. Launder some money. Right here. And then basically after that, it's on. We go back to the docks, to the dock warehouse where we began. Everything's started for the day. We replenish all of those storages with the ingredients, and then go to sleep. Then start the day again. My net worth flying, loading into the game today on the save was 1.3 million. So I've got a ways to go, but if I get this flowing a little bit more, we'll be chilling. And then we park this here, and then that's when I replenish everything. But for the purpose of this video, I think we'll stop that right there. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on my current setup, how we can improve it, what else we could do. Before we do though, I'm going to go to sleep, and then let's see how much money our dealers are making. And this isn't full cocaine setup too. There's 2 of them that still have weed bricks at the moment, so it could increase pretty good. My earnings are usually around, like when I don't miss any of the customers, is like 20 to 24,000 a day. Oh, 50k. It was usually around 40 to 45. So 50k from the dealers is pretty good. 800 XP. Boom. Pretty good. Alright, let's wake up. 135 days at the moment. For like 3/4 of that, I probably spent time on weed and like sorting out a system with the 8 mixing machines. I don't know why I went straight to 8, I just did. Engari, aha tui tērā, nei rā te mihi ka koutou katoa I mātakitaki mana. Thank you for watching the video, let me know. Don't forget, subscribe if you haven't yet. Like the video if you enjoyed this. Let me know how that daisy chain system goes for you guys in your Schedule 1 games as well. I rungi tēnā, on the grind to $10 million achievement. Nei rā te mihi ka koutou katoa. Look after yourself, look after your wānau, and I'll see all you bloody hills in the next, not stream, the next video. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou, katoa, che che.